Hare Krishna. Introspection distances us from our situations and our emotions. Often, when certain difficult situations come in our life, we may get overwhelmed and we may react in a knee-jerk way that makes things worse. Somebody shouts at us and then we shout back at them. We get angry and shout back at them. And the result is simply a shouting match which makes things nastier and nastier. So if we are to deal with this effectively, we need to distance ourselves from the situation and the emotion. Now, for example, if after a day when we look back at the situation, we may think, no, why did I get so angry at that time? I could have stayed calm. So here we are able to think like this because there is the distance of one day. One day has passed and now we are looking at it. So then we feel I should not have done like this. So distance, especially when situations induce emotions that are strong, then distance is a great perspective restorer. Now if we have to react at that time, if we have to respond at that time, then we do not have the luxury of distance. So then in terms of time or place, but we can actually raise ourselves above our situations. That is through introspection. So if we understand through spiritual knowledge that actually I am a soul. And when we look inwards, we don't just look at our emotions, we look beyond them to our spiritual essence. And then we understand that actually I as a soul am above all this. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about the three modes of material nature in the 14th chapter. And then while talking about how one can go beyond these modes, he states in the 14th chapter, 22nd verse, that Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava nadveshti sampravrittani nanivrittani kankshati udasina vadasina gunairyo na vichalyate gunavartantityeva yovatishtati nengate. So Krishna says, Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava. He says sometimes we may feel illumination. Yes, this is so, things are so clear, so bright. Pravritti. Sometimes we feel, I just have to work hard, I have to achieve this, I have to achieve that. Mohameva cha pandava. Sometimes we just feel apathy, lethargy, just not feel like doing anything. Krishna says these are simply products of the three modes. These emotions are induced by the subtle forces of nature known as the modes. Those emotions are not our own emotions, they are induced within us. So when we understand this, then what can we do? Then nadveshti sampravrittani. We do not become resentful when some undesirable emotions comes. And nanivrittani kankshati, or when some good emotion comes and goes, we don't crave for it. What do we do then? Udasina vadasina. We just stay detached. Gunairyo na vichalyate. Understand that by the modes, sometimes we'll feel up, sometimes we'll feel down. Guna vartanti tyeva. And this transformation on emotion is simply because of the modes. Yo avatishtati nengate. One who stays steady. Understanding that I am a soul. I am beyond the situation and I am beyond the emotion. So this is an extraordinarily empowering meditation. Just by distancing ourselves from our situations and our emotions, we can regain our perspective. And then we can respond maturely. By responding maturely, we can work to make things better rather than worse. Thank you. Hare Krishna.